So, well, I suppose that makes it my turn. I am Tarper Wander Yonder, Patriarch of the Wander Yonder Empire. It's a small empire. Just this restaurant and maybe another restaurant or two in another city. But
a respectable empire.
This, and he gives you a note. This is my little prince.
Do you hear that? I'm a prince.
Congratulations, Kallow. And Amar's gonna ruffle Kallow's hair as well.
Congratulations, my liege, but does this mean you won't be going on any more adventures with us?
What are you
I
kidding?
hope not.
This is what I live for. This is a prince's calling. And I let out a huge laugh.
Yeah, basically also just give Kallow a pat on the head.
So I ask him if he would give us favor and provide if there's any. I basically ask him if there's any extra room in the inn for us for the night or two. I'm not sure how long we're gonna stay in town, but I'd like to know if we can if he could provide us some shelter while we're here.
A night or two. If you double up on rooms, then easily.
Okay. I guess what I'm gonna, because I have the rustic hospitality background, so it says I could find a place to hide, rest, or recuperate. Commoners will shield me. Oh, it's from the law, but whatever. I thought it was something different. But
I mean, I have position of privilege.
Yeah.
Which is the common folk make every effort to accommodate me and avoid my displeasure. As soon as they figure out that I am clearly a high noble, it doesn't apply when in places people don't know who I am.
I'm just Snarl.
I'm just
Snarl.
You're just Snarl.
Just Snarl. And you're great, and we love you for it.
And
I also fit in with high society. Yes.
If you don't do it, then I'll unleash my tragic backstory on you. That's my threat.
Sorry. I'm forgetting I don't have a pot filler. I'm just so used to just being able to exhale.
Can I ask as we get into conversation and we get further into it, I'm gonna ask him what's been going on around here, or but I he'll understand that I'm not just talking about general conversation. My concern is about the blonde-haired woman, and I want to know because there's definitely a rapport between Kallow and his father that his father knows that Kallow was never too fond of some of the stuff behind the scenes. So it's so what's been going on around here, Daddy-O? What's the real scoop on things? The insider information.
A real scoop.
Things okay?
Well, I can tell you about the town, but I prefer not to trouble outsiders with our, the inner machinations of our business.
Oh,
you know how it is.
I'll leave. That's fine.
It's all inside baseball. They don't need to hear that.
No, I think we can have this conversation some other time, Snarl. It's okay. I just want to make sure we're in good hands here. And I look at my father and give him a wink.
But to summarize, we've been doing well.
So at this point, I'm gonna switch off to Thieves' Cant. So I'm gonna try to have a conversation with him via Thieves' Cant that we're gonna talk about basic stuff, but really have a conversation about not so basic stuff under our breaths.
About something else.
Yeah.
That's how Thieves' Cant works. It sounds like a normal conversation unless you know Thieves' Cant.
Yeah.
All right. So he tells you in a roundabout way that upper management has been a bit needy lately. That the town is growing and that things need done, and that occasionally the help of people with certain skills, your skills even, are needed around here.
Oh.
But overall, the restaurant is doing well. And that's...
And to us, what does the conversation look like?
It sounds like they're just talking shop about business.
Weather.
The restaurants, it's doing this, and
yeah, the locals.
We got some new employees, and old employees left, and it all sounds very mundane and boring to everyone else.
Yeah, we'll bring up like what's going on in the outside, locals, like friends, things, people who've been in and out. Well, it's just all boring stuff. Yeah, like he'll say something along the lines of like, "Oh, this person hasn't visited in a while," or whatever. But cool. All right, noted.
Cool.
So I say, well, thanks for coming over and saying hello. I'll make sure I keep tabs with you while I'm here. I'd love to catch up with you and the whole family at some point. I know we're sort of just passing through, but maybe we could stay a little while. We'll see.
Well, it's good to see you in any case. If you need me, I'll be about town.
Wait, did
for
we
the
get
rest
a
of the
room?
day.
We also need to pay our bill.
Oh yeah, do we have access to a room? He said we could double up.
Yeah. He will let 2 rooms for the both of you.
Nice.
Free of
Who's willing to
charge
share
because
with
you are family.
I will, Snarl. Amar snores.
Sure.
Do
Sure,
I?
Yeah, I say Amar snores, and Blue can always make nose plugs for him.
Amar just shrugs.
Cool. I assume we don't want to retire for the evening now, but maybe we can store some of our stuff here while we go explore town, if that's what you guys want to do.
Sure. Perhaps that clock tower seems interesting. Is that like a thing that we can look at?
It is a thing of note.
Mm-hmm.
This rickety old clock tower.
The rickety old one.
Yes, the rickety old clock tower.
So Tarper bids you adieu and safe travels.
Yeah, I tell him in Thieves' Cant that I'm gonna visit him soon and see what's going on and see what needs helping.
Mm-hmm.
Privately.
I like writing descriptions for all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
It rickets quite a bit. Been doing so for a while.
Well, let me think.
Right, you're just gonna take his leave.
How much money do I owe for the meal?
The meal,
What's the bill?
because you are friends of the Wander Yonders, this meal is on the house.
Oh, what?
I have no money, so that's good. My wallet is empty.
You're the friend that we all hate who comes out to eat. Oops, I forgot my wallet.
No. No, you didn't forget.
Sorry, you
just
guys
had
got me,
something in
right?
it. You would never do that.
It's like when you open your wallet and a single fly just buzzes out of it.
You would never do that intentionally.
My brother had a friend. Yeah, my brother had a friend named Ron who was like notorious for that. They would go out. He would go out to the diner with them. He would go out to all these different restaurants with them. And he would always just mysteriously, "Oops, I don't have any money. Forgot to tell you that until after I ordered my 4-course meal." So mad.
Oops, God, silly me. Oh, it happens all the time.
Out of that. You guys got me, right? Because we have to pay the bill before we leave.
Those types of people are the worst. Like, if it happens once, like, yes, fine. Like, okay, you genuinely forgot, that's fine. Like, if you're friends, I'll cover. But, like, I'm not going to do it every day. I'm not just paying for your food.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. All right, cool. So can I?
Are we just going to check out the clock tower?
Yeah. When we're like, I don't know what you guys want to do for that, but when we're like putting our stuff away and all that, I just tell, like, you know, as we're unloading some of our belongings in our rooms, I'm just gonna tell Snarl at some point that I'm gonna go off and use the restroom. But well, if you guys want to do anything, roleplay anything, you know, let me know.
Okay. I have
So,
I'm also, I don't know if you need me to roll a deception check on that, by the way, because I am lying to him. I don't know if you want me to.
Yes, that calls for a deception insight contest.
Okay.
Do I have to roll insight?
It's up to you.
You don't care if he's being honest or not. You don't have to roll insight.
I mean, I don't think he's lying to me about going to the washroom, so I guess I won't roll insight.
Okay, cool.
You can
Unless
still
he's
roll deception though.
18.
Yeah,
It's
still
18.
roll deception.
Yeah, it's 18 for deception, just so you know.
Wow. He's a known pisser, and everyone just believes him when he says he's going to the bathroom. It's genius.
Wow.
He'll have a bloody knife and like be dragging a corpse. And he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to the washroom." It's like, "Okay, sure, I'll see you there."
Okay, I'll see you there.
It's like, hey, I also gotta piss sometimes.
Are you guys doing anything?
Well, I have an idea for something I want to offer.
Okay.
Once more, I'm going to take my halberd. The old halberd that I've been carrying this entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
And I'm going to go over to the shrine
Oh, the shrine.
and offer to the shrine. It's kind of like a thanks. Like, I'm thankful for whichever god decided to grant me this weapon, but that it is time for someone else to be granted this weapon in their time of need.
Huh. Alrighty.
Just leaves
Just leaves a martial weapon just lying there.
some small child's gonna come over and be like, "Ah, sick, a spear!" And then it's just Snarl's gonna be like, "Wait," and then he turns around and it's gone.
Yeah, just like I see a child skipping away with it.
And he's just like, "Oh
boy,
no!"
I'm gonna show this to my friends.
He's like, "No," it just hears the small child go, "Oh, sick, a weapon!" And then he turns like, "Oh shoot!" And then he turns around and he doesn't see child nor weapon, and he's just like, "Oh no."
We're just gonna see this kid's in the background of like all these different scenes. Like we're like by a lake and this kid's just stabbing fish with the halberd. And then we're like on the mountaintop. There's some little kids me chopping down a tree with a halberd.
Alright. You leave the halberd there.
That's cool. That's a cool offering.
Yeah. You feel briefly conflicted about leaving a deadly weapon there, but at the same time it feels right. So you do it.
Were there any other weapons at the base of this thing? Any other like stuff like it,
Well, it doesn't have to be
scythes or something.
weapons, it could be both.
Are there any? Don't roll for weapons.
Roll for weapons.
Roll for weapons.
No, there are no other weapons
Oh, interesting.
on or
What
near
about
the shrine.
tools? Are there tools there?
Are there tools? There is an old hammer there. Just an old work hammer. It's pitted. Pitted, but still functional. Handles. The handle is. It has a finish on it. But most of the finish has been worn off by whoever has used it.
I feel like Gail's describing this as though he intends for me to like steal this.
I don't know. Do you ask?
But no, I'm not going to be stealing it. Also, not that I'm looking like for someone to see me do this. Like, oh, I want to look charitable to others. But like, does anybody see me do this? Like, place a weapon down casually.
Does anybody see you doing it? Guardman is asleep in his guard tower. Sherlock sees you doing it. It's currently getting into the late afternoon. There are a few people. There's a couple people at the pond here also. They have disappeared. These people, I don't know where they are, but not nearby. There are a few little townsfolk. There's like one townsfolk who hears you in your chainmail, and he's sort of watching you from over by the
I
pond.
need to go. I'll be back in like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay,
Just roleplay someone else for now.
nice. Alright, so Snarl's out doing that. Kallow is going to the bathroom.
So
What's Amar doing?
Well, Amar is probably talking Blue's ear off about some random topic and stuff. He's like, oh, Kallow says that I snore, but I really don't think I snore that bad. I mean, nobody else ever really pointed out or complained about it to me. We've been, just doing all that other stuff. So I think that you should be fine and stuff. I mean, if you really do want to conjure up some nose plugs, I guess I would be against wearing it, I suppose. He's just doing that. He's talking and stuff. And then, I imagine Blue is probably just like, yeah! It was just eventually, like, sat down at, like, a desk or something and just tuned him out entirely as he just...
Blue is like socially anxious. And he's like, I want you to stop talking, but I don't want the conflict that involves.
And Amar's like, I'm really curious. I kind of just want to, go off and explore this town or whatever. It's been a while. I do might need to go look and see if I can find that, what was it called? Sapphire Trade Company. And whatnot. See if I can
Sapphire
find that.
Sea Trading Company.
Sapphire Sea Trading Company and such. We gotta go. Because, I got this business card from that trader and stuff. So, I was just, like, figured I'd go check it out.
Oh, it's so good.
Maybe I should do that right now. See ya!
He's gone.
I love it.
He's gone.
And he's gone.
And as soon as Amar shuts the door behind him, he just... Blue lets out a...
So fun.
I'm gonna refill my water. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Cool. I love that. Amar. Just constant rant. It's so good. Uh-oh. Oh no, I think Book just borked too. I think Book just crashed. Yeah, I think Book just crashed too. Borked. She said, okay, so I may have bumped the power button. Oh no. We are obviously all professionals. I love that. All of us here that play also stream. Oh, I love it. Hey, Kamoris, what's going on? Is this the end for our daring adventurers? Find out next time on Dindy. I still love that thing so much, Biscotti. Thank you so much for making that cut. That's so good. The transition makes me so happy. You guys all doing okay out there? Oh, but did you see that Book left a message? That I may have bumped the power button. Oh my god. The session.
Wow.
The cursed session.
The cursed session.
Should rename it.
Incredible.
Kamoris, how you doing, dude?
Incredible.
Guys, anyone who's hanging out and lurking, chilling, whatever the case may be, thank you so much.
Hello.
Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Book has arrived.
Let me get back in. Did I miss anything?
we were just laughing. We just laughed about this whole
I just freaking suddenly left.
the deborkle of today.
Yes. Betcha. For a second there, you probably thought, "Oh no, did her computer crash?" Wait, how is that possible? She's on a different computer.
Wait, you would appreciate this. This reminds me of the cathedral. Hold on, Deep just left us a joke for the cathedral. I found out my girlfriend's really a ghost. I had my suspicions the moment she walked through the door. That takes me back to the cathedral.
Is Amar a ghost? No. Amar is not a ghost. That you know of. Just kidding. Not a ghost. Or is he?
We'll just have to wait for the next time.
Oh, that's so
next
good.
time Snarl does his divine sense.
Divine sense. What is Amar?
Thank you, Indeef. Indeef, what's up, man?
Amar is...
Freaky ghost
Amar.
man. Ooh, tap, ooh, da, doop, tap. The ghost man.
I need tabletop to shut up.
Oh,
I hate the menu music.
It is the worst. Happy Saturday, yes. Happy Saturday to everyone. All right, so can I, so basically, I guess what I do when I walk away is I'm gonna go try to see if I can hunt down where my dad's at, maybe get into the kitchen or wherever he is, his private study perhaps, maybe he's upstairs at his gambling tables, who knows. But I'm gonna go see if I can find
I'm gonna
him.
use the restroom real quick while Kallow has a talk with his father.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. So let's see.
Maybe
So
I have
he's
to,
either
do I have to walk through any hidden passages in the walls to get to him? That would be fun.
he's just upstairs.
Oh, okay.
This is at least a 2-story building. I don't know how tall, but like 2 or 3 stories.
Yeah, I would say there's probably a basement storage. The main floor, the restaurant. The top floor is the inn, or the rooms. So maybe there's a small floor on top, perhaps, for the family.
Like an attic.
Yeah, but like where the family stays. Like their spot. Their secret spot.
Their secret spot. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go touch base with him. I want to talk to him about what's going on. Like what he mentioned briefly that there's some work to be done around here. Maybe that adventurers could lend a hand to some of the perhaps troubles that they're in. So I want to see what he's referring to and what we can do to help. And if they've gotten themselves bound up in any particular situations that need undoing.
Okay then. So, your father is way at the top of the building, in his study at the moment.
Okay.
Yep. And let's see. Roll a stealth check.
Stealth check.
As you approach.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm back. What I miss?
Nothing.
Back.
Anything happen?
Nothing so
No?
far.
Okay.
I just explained like what
Nothing.
information I wanted from.
Yeah.
Oh, 18. Nice. Plus. Lots. 24 total.
24 total. All right. You creep up the stairs. Creep,
Yeah.
creep,
You creep?
Sneak, 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 sneak.
So you get up to right behind his door, and you open it very quietly. And there he is. He's looking at some ledgers and books in his study.
And is he
he's
alone?
thumbing through. He appears to be alone.
Okay.
Also thumbing through an album of, you would say, pictures, probably of people.
Okay. I shoot him in his stomach with my crossbow. No. All right. I'm sorry. I had to. I don't.
He has not
I
noticed
obviously-
you approach yet.
Cool. All right, so I will just slowly walk up to the nearest chair and just kind of sit closest to him, maybe across from him, perhaps. Without saying a word.
Okay, so the way it works is like I'll do a quick mock-up for you.
Oh, okay.
So there's a you know what? There's the wall, and then I'll just get this wall actually. So like here's the wall, and here's his desk up against the wall, and here's him.
Oh, he's facing the wall. Interesting, with his back.
He's facing the wall. He has his back to the door.
Okay, so
Where did I put Dad? Hold on, I've lost him. Okay, I found him.
are there other chairs around anywhere?
There is a chair next to him. There's a chair he's sitting in, and there's a chair
Like next to him, also facing the wall?
also facing the wall.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna walk up behind him then, instead of sitting right next to him. I'm actually gonna walk up behind him with, I guess because I accidentally rolled high. Well, I rolled high in my sneak. And I'm gonna put my hand up behind on his shoulder, and I'm gonna say, I guess things aren't too bad around here if you've able to keep your guards down this low. Huh, Father?
He tenses very tightly for a moment, and then he recognizes it's your voice.
I'm back.
Oh, Kallow.
Sorry if I startled you, but
I should really be keeping my doors locked.
yeah. Or should you? I'd like to talk about that.
It is relatively calm down here. Alright. So keep this little scene.
All right, so I'll sit next to him in that chair, and I'll kind of like kick it out towards him so I can face him. So like I'm sitting like next to him, but like looking towards him. Let's see where my mini is.
All right. So you want to be facing?
Yeah.
Facing him.
Facing him, yeah. But I kick the
All right, Kallow.
I said,
What do you want to know?
all right, Father, lay it on me. Give me this. It seems you need some help from outsiders. What's going on? What's really going on here? It's been a while. I know things couldn't be all too smooth while I was gone.
Business is business, Kallow. You know that.
But business also leads to troubles. Especially our kind.
Like I said, business is business, Kallow. So, long and short of it.
Yeah, I'm sure we have like other parts of the conversation. I'm sure we talk about family and past and friends and all that stuff, but
he
the meat
summarizes
of
the meat of the thing. Aside, so you get little bits of catching up and reminiscing.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that the town's growing, and that kind of growth creates problems. Like they're still expanding the walls, and they're expanding it into the forest. Forest, as you might imagine, like every goddamn forest in this world, is an enchanted forest, full of nasty things that you don't want to piss off. But because the town has to grow in some direction into the forest, it is.
Oh.
There's also problems within the town. There's a big problem going on that is affecting the townsfolk, but that's all he knows. He doesn't know the specifics of it. He knows that sometimes he sees people wandering the streets who look pale.
Pale? From the forest?
Deathly, almost. No, not from the forest.
Oh.
He sees people wandering the streets of Blue Larch, and they look deathly pale, ghastly. He does not stick around to examine them, but he suspects that might be tied into the problem. So the problem is, it's above his jurisdiction. Like, he knows a lot of what's going on in the town, but he doesn't know about that.
Interesting.
Perhaps someone should investigate.
Yeah.
He could connect you to someone who
adventurers.
does, if you proved trustworthy. But
If we
you'd have to pitch the idea.
If we prove trustworthy to him, or we prove trustworthy to the person that he knows.
Both?
Can I roll a persuasion check and just explain to him about like our adventures thus far, and that Kallow in his mind thinks that his party is pretty epic, and that we are capable of like even the most hardy of tasks. So can I like roll a persuasion to see if I can convince him that we are badasses?
Roll a persuasion check. Sure.
Okay.
Persuasion is kind
12?
of unfortunately, I'm not there for that.
Oh,
17 total?
should have gotten Snarl.
Unfortunately, Snarl is on the other side right now.
He's on the other side.
He's doing his own thing. He's also. I'd also have an ability disadvantage, so it would be a bit harder.
Ah, yes. You'll have to sleep that off first.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna sleep. I don't think I could make progress on crab armor anyways. Not with me being tired.
Andy, that's fucking nuts, dude.
Well,
that's insane. That's crazy, man.
A serious look.
I'm happy. That's awesome. Happy.
I'm afraid I can't accept your pledge without the rest of your parties here. It's a rather serious matter.
I guess but your pledge with the rest of the party, you had mentioned that you didn't want to bring this stuff up in front of them, so I just assumed that perhaps the one-on-one conversation would be what you were looking for.
Oh my god, hypocrisy! He's being called out.
He's being called out.
Yeah, so just so you guys behind the scenes for the party, like, Kallow loves his family, loves his father, but at the same time, he kind of doesn't respect him because he doesn't agree with what he does and how he works. So that's why he's a little bit. That's why, yeah.
So you're acquainted.
Yeah.
So he gives you a sigh. What would you do, Kallow? I have upper management breathing down my neck. I have problems that only seem to multiply. And they only multiply faster when I involve other people. And yet I need those other people to help me fix the problems. What would you do, Kallow?
Well, I'm not in town for very long. At least I don't plan to, but I don't want to see anything come down on us. Not on our family. So if I can help, I'll do it. So what would you do? Is trust us. Trust in me. You know I always know how to get things done. So the problem that he's talking about with the forest and them pushing out, it's the town that's pushing out into the forest to try to like grow the city, right? What does that have to do with the Wander Yonders? Like, what does that have to do with the inn?
So that's just like local politics. He's so basically he's involved in the local political structure. So the town's problems weigh heavily on him because he's something of an elder in the family.
Okay.
And it's his job to know things and to offer solutions where he can. It's mostly, so that's his role here. Mostly his wife runs the restaurant proper.
Okay, cool. So he's just dealing with that. So it's just, basically he's concerned because it's weighing on him. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And I ask him if there's any different statuses or anything that's been happening with the guild.
The guild.
And how are they involved with this, or are they involved with anything further, or what's going on with the home, or with the inn?
With the inn, so far the inn is going well. They're meeting their obligations adequately. All right. We'll try not to. Okay. We'll switch over to Snarl now.
Sounds good.
That's all you need to know for the moment.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright. Snarl, leaving his halberd at the shrine.
You said, I was saying that I was looking around to see if anyone else saw that.
There's this guy who's just sitting around at the pond. He's pretty much the only person who sees you. You do attract his attention, being, an unusual sort. an unusual sort. Why do you ask?
Well, I'm just wondering if anybody's like confused or something.
Nah. People leave
I would
weird
assume
things
it'd
at the
be a
shrine.
strange donation.
People leave weird things at the shrine. That's how they do.
But either way, I notice him and I give him like a cheery wave.
He gives you a kind of a half-hearted, cheery wave back.
And I'll go back to the inn.
No, we're gonna get you there, man. It's not a long ways off. It's not.
Cool.
Actually, while I'm there, I'll just say I picked up my crab armor that I left at the cart
Good.
to take with me.
Well,
All right.
Amar's just gonna go off and wander around, I guess, at this point.
Can I get any like decent work in my state?
No.
Hit
No,
it.
you cannot.
Hit that link. Follow him.
You'll have to wait till the next morning.
Then perhaps Snarl will just clock in early or clock out early.
Okay.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Sleepy boy. He's tired.
Well, Amar's gonna just go off. You know, he told Blue kind of where he was heading before he left. Sorry. Granted, Amar has exactly zero idea where anything is.
He's just
Kinda
gonna
going for a stroll.
wander through
like-
town.
He wanted to look at the clock tower because old Rick. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
there.
Where
So I launched away.
Oh, sorry.
Because old rickety clock towers are cool.
They are cool. All right.
So
Yeah.
he's gonna go take a look at this thing.
Especially this one. It's ricketed for quite a while.
And he's curious about whether or not you can go, if you're allowed to like go inside and have a look around. So he's gonna walk on over this way. And there's townspeople, so you'll just walk up to them and be like, "Excuse me."
Oh. So they are halflings. So they look up at you and they're like, "Excuse you, indeed. You need something, mister?"
Yes, two things, if you wouldn't mind. This clock tower, it's very interesting. I was wondering if it is possible to have a look inside, perhaps go up to the top. If not, I'm perfectly fine looking at it from the bottom.
Huh. You'd have to talk to the clock keeper. Let's see, I should be in right now. I'll just go in the front door. They'll give you a guide. They'll give you a tour up to the top.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Also, would you happen to know, had heard that there was a trade company here, the Sapphire Sea Trade Company?
Ah,
I have an address on the card.
it should. Hold on. I'll mock up a real business card for you.
It says here that the address on the card is insert address here, but do you know which vague direction that might be in to save me some time?
The vague direction. It's one of the newer buildings, so it's on this side of town. It is gate side
Oh, it makes
rather than clock side.
yeah, it makes sense that it'd be over by all the trading
description.
here.
Inside and clock side.
That's a
Yes.
good description. Lamar's just like, thank you. I have business to attend to there, so appreciate it. And you're just gonna give him a wave and walk into the clock tower, I guess.
Just
Huh.
clock side, best side. Just saying. Clock
Oh, they
side.
both have the benefits.
So, the clock tower. There's a rickety old man. It's like a little lounge area. And there's a rickety old man sitting on a rickety old chair in the rickety old clock tower. Everything is kind of old and rickety. And he sort of waves at you with a rickety old cane as you approach.
Was it friendly wave or?
It's a friendly wave. He's not like, get out of my clock tower.
It's an aggressive
Dragon
wave. He
person.
does wicked damage to you.
Amar waves back with a grin, naturally. And he'll just be like, "Hello."
Hello. You're new here.
Yes, I'm just a couple of travelers passing through on our way to the Azure.
Oh, a pretty place, you sure.
Yes.
What are you doing in the old clock tower for?
Oh well, I was looking at it from outside, and it seemed rather interesting, and I was wondering if I could have your permission to look around, perhaps.
Oh, sure. But you just want to see?
Get off my lawn!
You want to see the clock room?
If I may.
Oh, very well. I'll take you up. And he takes your hand.
Amar takes his hand.
and
If the old man needs to lean on Amar a little bit, that's fine.
He very deliberately does not lean on you. He is old and crusty, but he's proud, and he's gonna walk on it under his own strength.
Amar respects him.
So there's a spiral staircase all the way up.
Beautiful.
And when you get to the top of the clock tower, there's you see all the internal mechanism. So there's the clock face, and there's like gears and things behind the clock face. And there's more gears behind that.
Is it moving?
All of it moves slowly but surely. Some pieces more subtly than others.
I see.
Everything moves at its own pace.
Yep, that's how clock towers work.
Just
I think. I've never been in a clock tower either.
very cool. Amar is going to like look it over with like, interest and stuff. He's like, wow, I've never really seen the inner workings of a clock tower before.
That's gotta be pretty cool inside there.
Yeah. He's like, do you maintain this yourself?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm the clock keeper.
Wow.
Oh, the
Good
clock
job.
keeper.
I do a pretty good job, too.
Oh, I should hope so. Are there any windows at the top?
Are there any windows? There are a couple of, like, small peephole windows.
Can Amar look out over the town?
He can. You kind of have to, like, get your face. Because it's, like, to the bottom and the right and the bottom of the left of the clock face proper.
Yeah.
There's little
Bend over a
peephole
little
windows that you can look out over.
I want him to like, he's gonna look out over the entire town. What does he see? Should I roll perception?
Sure, roll perception.
Wink. 10.
10.
Yep.
The window's a little dusty. There's a little bit of dust on the other side. So you can't see too well, but you get a good look all over the town. You can see all the way to the gates and beyond. You
Lovely.
can see, just barely make out the road on the other side of the gate.
Wow. Like,
You see the buildings. There's you can kind of see with a bird's eye view the color of the town as it goes. There's sort of like there's real dense red buildings, and then the farther from the clock tower you get, the more they turn to wood and the looser they are.
does this clock tower have a bell?
Does it have a bell?
More importantly, is it a manual bell?
Oh god.
Very important
Black
question.
will wake everybody
It's
up.
an automatic bell, but it can be triggered manually.
Amar's gonna ask if he can ring the bell.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Can he ring the bell? Oh, let's see. What time is it? It's like approaching
It says it's
mid-afternoon.
It says it's 11. Says it's 11:25 on the clock.
Yeah, it looks to be about 11:25.
About so. A stopped clock is right twice a day.
Unless it's a 24-hour clock, then it's only right once a day.
Yes. Yes. It is not time for the bell to ring yet. So he would politely discourage you.
Can I persuade him to?
Can you persuade him?
Persuasion, I guess.
Roll persuasion.
Like, Amar's just like, oh, please, and maybe drop in a couple of hints of like, just drop in tiny little hints of like, I'm a noble, but like
Oh my
subtly.
god. He's just
Very
just gonna start
subtly.
sounding like a do you know who I am kind of people.
No, he's not.
Like,
But
I have a bunch of money. Do this.
he's
for me.
not. But he's just gonna subtly drop in the fact that he's a noble just to see if that works. Cause he's never rung the bell of a clock tower before, and he really wants to ring the bell of the clock tower.
I'm just gonna wake like.
Here we go. Persuasion.
Ooh.
17
I might
plus.
Yo, I might
Nice.
have
3, so
erased part of your calendar over
20.
here.
20.
Yeah, I might
So
have erased part of your calendar over here.
that's fine.
Good roll.
Good roll.
Yes, that's a very nice roll.
He's looking at you, and he's
Ricky.
like he's kind of tough, and then he just melts, and he's like, "Oh, go ahead and ring the bell."
Amar's just gonna give the biggest, happiest grin. And he's like, "Oh, thank you very much." And he's gonna shake his hand and be all wholesome. He's gonna look like the happiest person on the planet. 'Cause he said yes. And
Probably
Amar's
gonna wake Snarl up.
Amar's gonna walk over to like the rope that you ring the bell with, and he's gonna grab it. You know, he'll look at the guy, right, and he'll like nod or whatever, and then he's just gonna give it a big old yank. Not too hard. He doesn't want to break it.
I was gonna say.
Big ol' yikes.
Strength check. You just roll on that 20.
Strength check.
Break the clock off.
Break the bell. I feel so bad. I'd give him literally all of my remaining money.
You rip down Rickety.
And like the name of my family's company, so he can get a check from them for damages. I feel so bad.
Roll a strength check.
Okay, I roll a strength check.
Nat 20.
You riggedy
Nat
riggedy
20,
wreck rickety.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
You riggedy wreck rickety.
But I want to keep that. I don't care.
So
It's not
good.
that cocked.
That is
It
funny.
is kind of cocked, but I want to keep that.
That
I'd
is
say keep it, sure.
so good.
Go.
Okay, so you get a good grip on that bell rope, and you're putting your back into it, and heave, and the bell sets into motion. Dong,
Is it
dong, dong, and it's glorious, and you are
Glorious.
deaf for the next hour.
The old man was smart. He plugged his ears before he rang.
The old man is already 3/4 deaf. He is not bothered.
Does this wake Snarl up? Is it loud enough to wake me up?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Can Amar just say Amar has stars in his eyes?
Snarl wakes up. And he's like, what? He looks out the window and then he sees it's not even at an hour mark. He's like, what the? Like, why is it ringing now?
If you look very carefully, you might be able to see the shining of brass through the tiny window next to the lobby.
Actually, I'll roll perception to see if I see Amar through the window. And this time I'll roll at a disadvantage.
You're gonna have to go, like, pick him up.
Oh.
Hey, I'd like it if you drop the die in there.
Does it cause any damage to the bell or to the tower?
18 and an 8. Okay, so I keep the 8. And I have a -1 to perception, so 7.
You're too tired and groggy.
So it's coming from the bell. You can tell that much. But you can't see anyone manning the bell from where you are.
Snarl still wants a word with whoever's at the bell, so he's like, come out and like, I guess start knocking.
Oh, Amar's already on his way down and stuff, and so he'll knock on the door, and Amar is already like, opening the door to leave. And so Amar opens the door, and then Snarl and Amar just look at each other. And Amar looks so happy.
Deaf, and I
am
know
deaf.
that.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
So I have to be like, Amar?
Amar's like, huh?
Amar,
What?
is that you?
Snarl, you're gonna have to speak up, honestly. Stop mumbling.
So I like go right up to your ear and scream, just like, was that you?
Like, how deaf is Amar, dude?
Mostly deaf. So if he yells in your ear, then you can understand him.
He's like, Amar's like, oh, you mean the bell?
Yes, the bell.
Yeah, that was me. It was so fun. This nice head. What was your name again?
I'm Gregory.
What?
Just gives you a thumbs up.
Amar's like, well, he let me ring the bell. It was very nice and sweet of him.
I'm just gonna give the old man.
Is Amar screaming all of this?
He's shouting a little bit, yeah.
Can I just give the old man like a stare, just like a God, like a why do you do that?
He gives you a shrug and a mischievous smile.
And Amar's just gonna be like, yeah, it was a little louder than I perhaps expected and stuff, but it was so fun. I've never rung the bell of a clock tower before. Heck, I've never even been inside of a clock tower before, so this was a real treat.
Actually, does Amar even hear himself?
I mean, he knows he's talking, but
I mean, yeah, you're talking.
He knows he's
but
talking.
you hear yourself talking.
Yeah, because he's talking very loudly.
Because he's yelling. Yeah, I believe it.
Well, Snarl's not gonna fight it anymore. He's just gonna like give like you both of you a grumpy stare and head back to bed.
Amar's gonna follow Snarl, still talking at him. By talking, I mean yelling. He's like, hey Snarl, if you ask, maybe he'll even let you ring the bell.
Snarl's too grumpy for that. Like, God, they're just trying to sleep and someone's ringing the bell and it's not even an hour mark.
Amar can't even hear his grumbling.
Yeah, I'm just grumbling the entire time and you don't hear me. Like, you see my mouth moving, but you can't tell what I'm saying.
Does Kallow, is he done with his thing enough for him to see us approaching and it's just me shouting and then Snarl grumbling?
So this is where we'll close this scene with Amar, with Kallow and Tarper. So Tarper, he hears it. He looks out the window. It is not the right time for the bell to be going. And he's like, kooky old bellkeeper.
What? Do you don't think it's trouble? I bet you something's gone wrong, gone amiss. Perhaps it's one of those.
No. There's a special signal for when there's trouble. It's 3 steady rings. 1 on the hour, 3 steady rings for trouble.
So
and then Whatever that was.
Yeah.
Whatever that was. But sometimes the old kooky bell keep lets children and other simple folks in
Yeah.
to ring the bell if it really pleases them.
It was probably a really simple-minded child who did that. You're right.
And Amar's like burst in and is like, "Where's Kallow?"
Screaming at the top of his lungs.
He's just yelling, "Where's Kallow?"
You hear that from where you are.
Kallow does?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, like, oh, well, speaking of simple-minded children, that's my calling, Daddy-o.
Amar's older than you.
Older than you in physical age, maybe.
Yeah. I'll just confirm with Tarbar. I'm like, with this ad. So does he want us to get approval? Like, does he want us the whole clan to the party to say that they want to help, or what does he want from us before I depart?
You know
Or he
what
just-
I'll do, Kallow. He rummages through his desk drawer. Briefly, he pulls out a pin. There's a small pin with an icon of a cloak on it. And he pins it to your clothes at the collarbone.
Oh,
He says,
wowie.
if you're in the mood to help, just answer yes when they ask. That's all I can do for you.
Do
Now go.
I know who
Show your friends me.
I'm looking for, or they find us?
They'll find you. They'll find you.
Okay. Well, again, I can't express how much it means to me to see you again. You can trust us. We'll get the job done.
Take care, Kallow.
See you. And I like scurry out of the room. I'm like excited to see what Amar has to say.
All right.
As soon as
So
Amar sees Kallow.
you meet each other halfway. Amar is
Oh.
up.
Oh no.
Book.
I think Book might have crashed.
I think she
Is that power button comically easy to reach?
You know. She's just flailing her arms around in her seat.
She did it again.
Oh, this really is incredible.
Oh,
Comically large power button. That's so good. It's just like,
That's amazing.
it really is.
Huh.
Another Bork.
Good session. Wow.
Yes.
It really is. She said it really is a comically large power button. Oh, it's so funny.
That's the perfect ending to it too.
Yeah.
Just like
Was so in the
I'm
inn
excited though.
in the inn itself, were there any like suspicious characters that we saw like walking around? Did I see any of these pale wanderers? Or now that he's told about these ghastly pale townsfolk,
So,
do I recall seeing them as we walk through the town at all?
as you came into town, you did just... So some of the people, they looked a little bit sickly. But, you know, it was hard to tell.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just mass hysteria.
Did I miss anything?
No, not really.
No, we were mostly just laughing at
Mhm.
at you, really. You and your comically large power button.
Sorry.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I'm sorry. I'm not used
The
to this
best-
computer.
The best part is you're like talking and you just stop. And then you just say like, I did it again.
I as I was saying, as soon as I see Kallow, I'm just like, Kallow! Kallow, you're never gonna guess what I just did!
Based on the fact that you're yelling at me, I maybe have an idea.
What? Oh, you need to either come closer or speak up.
Alright, so I cup my hands around my mouth and I'm like, maybe, and I repeat myself, but
Alright, what do you think I did, Kallow? Guess!
were you the one who rang the bell?
Hey, I was!
Snarl
How
gives
did you
a
know?
disappointed nod.
How did you know?
Snarl looks like a tired parent. And he just nods.
And I remind Amar, I'm like, I know because we're yelling at each other.
You're cut out like
You're cutting out a
what
lot.
did you say?
I said,
What did you say?
I know because we're yelling at each other.
We are? Why are you yelling?
For the same reason that you're not hearing.
I can hear just fine.
I'm like, Kallow was looking around like, he scratches his forehead.
Maybe you're the one who's not hearing.
Can I just scream in, like, Amar's ear, just like, if I have to scream in your ear for you to hear me, I don't think that's good hearing.
Why are you yelling at me, Snarl? I didn't do anything.
Doesn't sound like just a normal.
You've gone and deafened yourself.
What? No, I haven't. Amar's just in denial.
Well, like cast cure wounds.
It's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to bed. You guys better not be waking me again.
Man, why is he so grumpy?
What? So what time of day is it actually? Is it mid-afternoon or is it like getting towards evening?
It's getting towards evening.
But I'm just, Snarl's clocking out especially early because he's already tired.
The sun is getting close to setting. It's not quite set yet, but shadows draw long.
Are we? And
Amar's just gonna.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Amar's just gonna think like, it's probably getting a little too late for him to visit the thing, so he'll do that tomorrow. As long as we're not doing anything tomorrow.
I don't think you can make negotiations while in this state. She's like, I don't think this would be a good deal for us. What? She like takes out a megaphone. I don't think this would be a good deal for us. Why do you think that?
It's probably the largest ding that this town has heard in a long, long time.
Yeah. What is your strength? What is your actual strength score? 18.
17.
7. So you're a 17 strength, and you've rolled a nat 20 on ringing that bell. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's probably still smoking.
Next to the thing are probably just like, what?
You probably slightly cracked the window glass from how loud.
No. It shook all of the dust.
Like these two standing outside are just like covered in it.
They're just covered in dust. Snarl didn't notice as he walked past, but they're just brushing off dust that fell on them.
I would imagine by this time there was also a bit of a commotion by the clock tower.
Maybe.
We'll cover them.
Oh, I love that they're slightly darker now.
Yep. Perfect.
So we're yelling at each other in the hallway of the inn, or are we on a Like in the top floor where all the rooms and stuff are?
You're on the second floor
The second
where
floor where all the rooms
the
are.
inn rooms are.
Yeah.
Somebody opens a room down the hall. Will you shut up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I yell at Amar. I'm like, we're probably making a really poor first impression for all of these people who don't really know who we are. We should probably stop yelling at each other.
Like, I'm not yelling, you are. Come on, Kallow.
Come on, where?
I don't know. Are we going somewhere?
Sure.
All right. Let's go out for drinks. I need to know where all the dragon's ale went.
Oh.
Somebody has to have some.
I like it. Let's see if we can find Yvonne.
Yvonne's doing something else.
Yvonne.
So me and Kallow are gonna hit the night on the town.
I will open the door to our inn and I'll peek in and whisper now to Snarl. I'm like, Snarl, hey, Snarl.
Snarl just growls like, I'm trying to get some rest.
We're gonna go out and have some drinks, Snarl. I don't know if you want to join us, but I'd like to extend the invitation so you don't feel left out.
That sounds great.
I know you like drinking and sleeping in bushes.
Technically, none of us knew you were in the bush, so you can't.
Like Kallow saw him like coming out, right?
I think so.
You can't confirm that he was sleeping in the bush, but it's a reasonable assumption.
Yeah.
Considering he saw him until morning.
We spent some days together. Maybe we've talked about it a bit.
But when you say that, Snarl just gives you like a grumpy look and just like turns the other way in his bed.
Okay, and then should we ask?
You ask Blue, and Blue.
Yeah.
You can ask Blue, but he's just like, no, thank you. And he's just gonna, continues his, writing and work and like wizard stuff.
Important wizard stuff like
Doing
petting you.
I'm doing important wizard stuff.
Hopefully Neve wasn't too shaken by the loud noise. Because I know rabbits definitely don't like loud noise.
Cool. All right.
Are we gonna end it here then?
I don't know. I just want to know if we can find some dragon's ale. Gale, can we roll to see if we can find any? Like, say we go to like all the bars, we just walk around to all the bars and taverns in this.
Do a night on the town.
Yes.
Roll investigation.
All right.
Roll intelligence investigation.
Jimmy, are you gonna help?
Oh, sure.
Get advantage.
I can do that.
All right, I'll just roll it with advantage then. That seems fair, right? Because it's mostly Amar who's looking for it, and then Kallow's assisting because he knows where everything is. So that's 17 plus investigation, which is 2, so 19.
19.
Do they find it?
Well, you've talked with some people, and basically, if there's anywhere that has dragon's ale, it'll be the Wanderyawn.
Okay.
Other than that, there are notable figures in town who have their own private stash of certain fine drinks. But it is unlikely that you will be able to persuade them to part with any.
I imagine by this point, his deafness has slowly worn off as they spend,
Yes. Over the course of your investigation, your deafness wears off.
Alright, so Amar's like, Kallow, it's your family, right? Could you, go in the kitchen, maybe ask? Just to make sure? I don't know, man. It's really good, and I know you haven't tried any yet, have you?
Yeah. I mean, I can ask. Sure. Why not? That stuff was delicious.
Maybe you could get some for both of us, eh? And then it only occurs to Amar after Kallow leaves for the kitchen that, wait, I have no money. So he opens up his wallet, he counts out all his silver, and he's like, I hope this is enough. Alright, Kallow. Go, Kallow, go!
Okay, yeah. So I'll go see if I can explore the area that holds of the inn or the restaurant that holds like all the kegs, or someone that like mans that situation.
Yeah. If you have a key, you can get into the larder. Or the wine cellar.
Okay.
But without a key, and you would have to pick the lock to get in. Or, so it's up to you.
I will see if there's anyone that I can talk to about it first.
Okay. Who could you talk to?
Maybe someone who's like in the kitchen or something?
Yes, you could talk to someone in the kitchen.
Okay. So I'll go.
So you go back. Oh, go on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go find to see whoever I can, and I'll present myself as under my family name, just in case anyone doesn't know me, and I'm gonna ask if I can get access to the area where they hold all of the ales.
Yeah. So you find a very busy chef in the kitchen. You introduce yourself, and he's like chopping things and like preparing soup. He's like, oh, Kallow, chop chop chop. Wander yonder. Yeah, I heard. Charmed. What'd you need? Chop chop chop.
So there's this ale called Dragon's Ale. It's the finest in all of the land, and we are on the hunt for it. And I know it's probably, if there's anywhere we're gonna get it, it's gonna be here. And I was wondering if we can go explore to see if perhaps you have it, but it's not available for the public.
Okay.
But maybe for us.
He's still making his thing. He's still chopping furiously. It's like, Lucy, Dragon's Ale, special request. Huh? Dragon's Ale, special request. And you see another person go into the wine cellar. And then she comes back out. Fresh out. Party of 5 came in yesterday. Well, when's the next batch come in? Next batch is... let me see the books. Next batch... 2 weeks. Huh? There you have it, Kallow. 2 weeks.
See if you get information about the batch of Party of 5 that took it all. Nobody needs that much dragon ale. Alright?
Yeah, I will ask that question. Who would drink all of that dragon ale?
Like, we have an actual Dragonborn out there.
Were these special guests? Were these dignified politicians, perhaps? Or maybe someone of a darker form?
Lucy, you remember him? Oh yeah. Let's see. There's a bard who lives in town. Bard and I forget who else. But yeah.
What?
Dude,
There you have
maybe
it.
they're hosting a college party. We should go crash it.
Yeah. Who was this famous bard?
Oh, he's retired now. He used to be an adventurer, but now he just
Something arrow me.
yeah, an arrow in the knee, as it happens. Well, in this case, arrow in the teammate, but 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Oh my gosh. All right, cool. So I'm gonna.
Maybe he knows what's his name. Galker?
Galper from the other place?
Yeah, he was an adventurer, remember?
Oh yeah, the bard. Okay, cool. So I'll go explain all this to Amar. I'm like, Amar, I have bad news for you. Dragon's Ale won't be in this town for another 2 weeks.
Well, who has it?
The people who are shipping it to us?
Well, I mean, who bought all the ale then?
Oh, a
Amar's
bard.
not gonna give up.
We can try to find.
Bard?
He did.
You're a bard!
Well, I mean like an old retired bard. Probably someone who's got much more experience under their belts.
Ah,
I mean, if he can...
nonsense. You're the finest bard I've come across.
Thanks, Amar. So, we can go try to get drunk somewhere else, or find the bard, or just wander, or do all of that.
Oh, let's find the bard. Come on.
Well, I'm sure he'll know we're coming if we keep yelling at each other like this.
He's not deaf anymore. He's not yelling.
Oh.
Yes.
It wore off
He
a
has
while ago.
recovered from his death.
Nice. I'll put on night
so
music.
we're off to see the bard, the wonderful bard who has ale.
Nice. Nice.
Off to see the bard.
Yep. So where is the bard, Gale?
The bard is
Is he throwing like a college-style party?
Is he throwing
Just
a
a
college?
massive ringer.
Where is the bard? The bard is here. Yes.
And we will go there. I mean, come on. He bought out the entire supply of Dragon's Ale in one go. He's got to be planning something.
I mean, they only keep like 1 or 2 bottles on reserve at any particular time.
But those are probably big bottles.
Big bottle.
I mean, come on. It's a fancy place, Gale.
I like how determined Amar is right now to get drunk. You're my kind of guy, Amar.
He's not determined to get drunk. He's just determined to get his favorite drink. Like that's
Switch off the
what
habits to make him drunk.
that's just what he's in the mood for. I mean, sure, he already had the dwarven whiskey, but like, he's not in the mood for dwarven whiskey. He wants Dragon's Ale.
The Dragon's Ale. All right, so
Ale.
I'll knock on the door. You want me to knock on the door? I'll knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock on the door. I'll stand behind you. And he stands behind you and kind of, tries to put on like, he's to stand there, nice and straight.
Huh.
Okay, so I do it.
You knock on the door. You hear there's the sounds of low conversation going on inside. And it stops, or at least slows briefly. And someone comes to the door. As soon as I can find an appropriate figurine for them. Is she? Dude, here we go. So, a man comes to the door. He is... To call him well-dressed is
Doom has come
both
to our
on
family.
and off the mark. The clothes he wears are fine, but the way he wears them is trashy. He has fine silk pants that he wears way too tight.
Oh dear.
Is he chubby?
Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Is he? He's actually. He has just a little bit of paunch. That's the kind of paunch you get from a little too much sitting and a little too little doing. But overall, he is still relatively fit, if a bit flabby, in his state of retirement. He has a fine green felt hat with a little feather on it, as is the style for bards.
Nice. I like it. Respectful.
He has a shirt. He has a shirt with little fluffles at the shoulder and wrist.
Yeah.
And he turns to you. Oh. Hello?
Does he notice anything on me, perhaps? A pin, or?
Does he?
Or the countless knives you have strapped to your wrist.
I'm
Dragonborn
smiling.
holding a warhammer behind you.
So, who are you, little fellow?
Hello, good sir. Do I know who this bard is by name?
You know this bard by name. You know of a couple bards that were in business, but you don't know which of these bards he is. His name is either Salandon or Lucrian, but you don't remember which one is which.
Okay. So I just say, greetings to you. I'm looking for a bard who lives in this location.
That would be me. What are you looking for me for?
Well, hello. I'm Kallow. Wander yonder.
Well met.
So
Go on.
we were one. Oh, this is awkward. Amar, this is a little weird. So we were wondering if you happen to have any spare bottles of dragons or glass of dragon's ale for our friend here.
We've come a long way.
We will.
Come a long way.
We have coin. Right, Amar?
Yes. Of course we do.
No.
Uh-oh.
Tell me why I should be taking time out of my evening to cater to your absurd whims, little man. Kind of like rubs his eyes. He's not in the mood.
So I take out my pan flute. I'm like, from one bard to another.
Oh.
You know, like a fellowship or something. We like look out for each other, right, bro? And I give him like a good punch in his shoulder or something.
You can cut the social tension with a knife.
Can I try to roll like a persuasion or something?
Sure, roll persuasion.
Oh gosh. Oh, really bad. I've 6, 7.
7.
Oh boy.
Where are we? We're on the side of town.
This side of town. So, he's like, listen, mister. And he grabs you by the collarbone. But then his hand closes on something.
Oh shit.
And he stops. And he sees your pin.
Oh shit.
say you wouldn't... Come in. I'm sure I have a glass to spare.
I look at I look at Amar, but my eyes are like kind of scared. My left eye is like significantly smaller than my right. I'm just like
Amar's like, perfect, thank you. And then he walks in.
Kallow thinks they're gonna get jumped.
Because Kallow's hesitating.
Roll for bonk.
Oh, okay, I will roll for bonk.
Oh.
18, no bonk today.
No bonk today.
Ha ha, sucker.
You're on a mission. Alright, I will follow Amar in as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna like maybe save one of my like better knives or like in their scabbard. Maybe they have like a clip on them or something. I'm just gonna like unclip it just in case. Just keep myself. I feel a little nervous.
All right. The bard is there with
Holy
a
shit.
couple of other people.
It's a biker gang. Great.
It's
A barter gang.
a barter gang. Let's see. Let's get appropriate pieces.
Spider guy.
So the bard is there with a
Hey, what's up, man? No worries, dude.
let's see. I'll get
How's your weekend?
the pieces.
Welcome in.
There's 5 people in total, or maybe just 4. No,
Okay, cool.
just 4. It's not a meeting of an entire gang. Just like, you know,
Nice.
small gang.
So when Amar walks in, like in front of me, I kind of just clear my throat and I put my head down and I pick it back up and I step out from behind Amar and I bring out my hands like to the sides. I'm like, hello! Sorry to interrupt, but we are here to celebrate with you. And I'm like hoping.
Amar's just gonna give Kallow a weird look. Like,
Celebrate. That's what they call it. So there's
this is a funeral.
you see a couple of people. So there's like 2 burly dudes. They wear studded armor, but it's untucked. They're off hours right now. And there's a person wearing like orange robes with and they have an orange mohawk.
Orange.
And they just look like a goddamn crazy person. And they nudge the bard in the side, insistently like, bruh. Bard is like, no, they're with the guild. A minor setback, but we'll have our merriment.
Oh shit.
So, now that you have a roof over your head, what are you here for? Come with an insignia.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're here on business.
Yes, we are here on business.
State your business. I haven't got all night.
Amar's gonna elbow Kallow.
Well, you may think there's like some underlining meaning here, but I can assure you we're really here just to ask if you have any dragon ale. This probably seems a little different.
They exchange confused glances.
Here, wait. Can Amar roll insight to see, like, if he can suss out what it is they're looking for and maybe take over the negotiations? Because clearly this is it's found out of hand.
Okay.
Okay.
So roll an insight check.
Yep. Natural 1.
Oh my god.
So what does Amar think they're looking for?
What does he think they're looking for?
Gosh.
They obviously you're just such an absurd pair that they've let you in as a curiosity, you know? That's all.
Well, if that is the case, then Amar clearly knows exactly what to do.
That's
There's
what
no
Amar
sense
thinks
being-
was a natural one.
Well, and Amar
It's
is
going
going to
terrible.
walk up to them, stick out his hand, and introduce himself as, hello, I am Amar Turenda Vidian Drago
Hey, only
Vidiana
one
Bridididi
per
de
second.
Thalasso the Fourth.
Hey, you
At
broke your
your
promise.
service.
Once per session only.
Jeff's not here. Anywho,
Jeff's not here.
He is here. He's on the stream.
he's
He's right now.
not physically in here to stop me. Anywho,
He
he's
can
like,
come in to physically stop you.
Oh, it's so
well, then he'd
good.
be here, and that'd be great. Anywho, so he's like, pleasure to meet you, and do business with you, and whatnot. As you can, please. I graciously do. Thank you for letting us into your home, and I am terribly sorry to interrupt this little get-together that you're having. We will try our best to be quick and apt with everything. Now, I suppose... what can I do for you? And he's just gonna look at them and wait. Expecting them to like introduce themselves or something, you know?
Okay. The bard and Mohawk guy, they're gonna whisper back and forth for a moment while they decide what to do.
They're gonna...
Like, are you?
The gotcha trailer. What is this? But I'm Chris.
And
What's up, buddy? How's it
The
going?
bard turns back to Kallow.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't have all night.
So maybe what we could
What's
do
your
is speed up the process, and you could just share
Right.
some dragon ale with us, because that's really why we're here. I swear, there's not anything else.
Right, of course,
Secretly,
Kallow.
what they've actually done is walked in on a mafia
I
meeting.
know.
Probably. And then Amar's like,
Oh gosh.
Amar's gonna be like, exactly, Kallow, and kind of wink at Kallow. Not like hiddenly, but kind of obvious. And he's like, well, here, we could perhaps begin negotiations and whatnot. So, what do you take for it?
Oh god.
Just like a bunch of idiots. But as long as they don't know we're idiots, we're fine.
He's going to ask you again in Thieves' Cant
Oh.
what the price of the ale is.
All right.
No idea.
Yeah, actually, do I know?
You
Alright,
okay?
Thieves'
So
Cant, don't you?
the Thieves' Cant it's precise enough that you understand that he thinks that you want to offer him a service in exchange
know.
for a good. The good is codenamed Dragon Ale, and the service has yet to be determined.
Oh
What's
my
the price,
God.
Kallow?
No. He just walked in on a mafia.
Oh my god. So oh gosh. So he thinks that we want
Here on
this?
mob business.
Yeah. But does he think that we want them we want them to provide a service, or that we want to provide a service for them?
That you want to provide a service to them.
Alright, well, how is he asking that? Is he asking that in a way where Amar would just offhandedly say, "Is there anything we can do for you?" I would help convince you to. He doesn't know thieves can. He's just genuinely asking for dragon ale.
They're speaking in a very cloaked way, so it sounds like they're talking about the weather.
Oh.
Okay, so Kallow tries.
Yeah. What the weather has to do with buying dragon ale, but okay.
Kallow tries to compose himself, and then realizes that his I don't know, he's elusive or aloof charm rather is not what is needed right now, and he tries to bring it all together and explain to him in Thieves' Cant that they are legitimately just here to actually purchase the good that is Dragon's Ale, the liquid, not anything else, as peculiar as that may seem at this hour, with a thug at my back. Because it probably seems like I'm starting to realize what's happening here, Kallow, and he's like, it looks like Amar's like my hitman, because he's in a suit. Amar looks like Agent 47 over here. And they probably think we're up to no good, so I would like to offer gold in exchange for any leftover or any extra bottles of ale that they actually might have, if they have it. If they don't, we'll leave. No harm, no foul. Don't kill us.
Mark. 20 gold.
Oh gosh, I am so
Did he
scared.
say that in Thieves' Cant or not?
He just says it out loud.
I was like, for the ale?
For the ale.
That's a tad expensive. Perhaps there is something that we.
Get the
I don't
fuck
think
out.
there's a bartering thing here. Okay, thank you so much, thank you. I wave them like with my left hand as like my right foot's like walking out the door. I'm like, okay, bye.
Oh my god. Oh, there's the group rushed with organized crime.
On the way out, Mara's gonna be like, well, I think they were a tad rude.
That went well.
I just invited Sid and picked this out for no reason.
Yeah, no reason.
Honestly,
none at
Cole,
all.
I wouldn't be
None.
surprised if you're now on a hit list of some kind.
Ooh, incredible.
That went well. That's perfect. We're not gonna
Amar
die.
is
We're
just
not gonna
like-
die. We're not gonna die.
Why would we die?
No, nothing. Amar, let's
Jeez,
just. I need a
calm
drink.
down.
There's a tavern right here. We're drinking.
It's like, okay.
I don't care what they have. Oh God.
As far as Amar is concerned, the guy was like angry, but then it was like, okay, and then he invited us in, and then he started talking about ale, and then he started talking about the weather for some reason. And then he said 20 gold, and then he told us to leave. Amar's like, this man is very rude. Clearly doesn't know a thing about how to politely talk with people.
Kallow is like visibly sweating at this point.
It's just like, Kallow, are you okay? I get it that it was kind of like a weird, socially awkward situation, but like, come on, it wasn't that bad.
No, not at all. No, not bad.
Is Kallow gonna tell? Is Kallow gonna tell?
No. He's just gonna order drinks as fast as possible.
They have drinks on tap. Just say something weak or something strong, and it'll be brought to you.
Strong.
Amar's like,
2 of them. 3, 4, perhaps.
They bring you a strong drink.
Cool. So, Amar, you know those guys? So, you know, they're probably gonna kill us.
Amar's like, what?
I don't.
Why would they do that?
I
mean, they can certainly try. Ha!
Is there a lot of people around in the bar right now?
There's a couple, but mostly just like late night regulars. There's like it's like one person and a barkeep. It's a pretty quiet night.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell Amar that I'm gonna keep my voice down when I explain this next part. And I just want to explain it. Amar, I know that maybe I shouldn't be talking about this, but I feel like now's a good time to tell you that my family is protected.
Huh?
So like we supply a service to a particular crowd of people, and in turn they keep us safe. They provide a service back. It's my family. I can't quite explain any further, but those were bad people.
I mean, they certainly weren't polite.
They weren't.
You know, Kallow, where I'm from, that's usually called taxes. You see, my family gets them from, a small cut from, the
Hey, disposable.
usually the merchants and whatnot that use our services from our company.
Yeah.
That's called a commission.
I don't know. Listen, man. He is a noble. They are technically part of... They are a merchant company, but they are technically part of the government.
So, yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I feel like you have a good idea of maybe what's going on. I don't know if I want to get into too much detail about it, but that did not make me feel safe.
Well, never fear, Kallow. As long as I'm around, never have to worry about not feeling safe, alright? Just gonna pat him on the back and stuff.
I like put my hand, my elbow on the table, and I like put my hand in my hair and kind of crink it a little bit, and I like kind of say under my breath, like, that's the exact reason why I didn't feel safe.
What? Did you say that under his breath? Or...
Yeah.
Did Amar hear it? Let's see. Oh, roll perception. I don't know how high of a roll this is gonna have to be from Amar to have heard what you just said.
Another nat 20.
That's cocked. That is not. That's not like the other 20. That is like 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is completely.
Where
That
is
is
it?
definitely cocked.
Oh, I already cocked it. We
Aw,
all agreed.
Yeah, that was cocked. That was like.
I wanted to
definitely
see the
cocked.
weird cock.
It's too late.
7 plus, I think it was 2.
It's like if you want
Right,
to imagine,
exactly,
if you want to
exactly,
imagine,
yeah.
it's like imagine this crease between the 7 and the 2, but that's what's like basically at the very top.
Oh, it's so funny.
So 7. Amar did not catch that.
It would have been so hilarious if that was that
I want to see the weird cock, Gale, 2020.
No, more likely Amar just would have been sad.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, so
come
funny.
on.
Alright, so I don't know how long you want to hang out here. I'm also gonna tell Amar about what my father talked to me about the stuff that's going on in the forest, and that maybe we want to check it out. I don't know how long we're planning on staying in town, but we know that I explained that the town is looking to expand, and they've gone into some enchanted forest that's local, and there's been some unusual behavior, and I explained the pale-looking townsfolk, and I think that I know that I know that you think I'm usually paranoid about things that are going around, like those tritons under the water and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe there's another curse here. It's probably cursed.
Hello. In my experience, curses are not very common.
Tragedy has befallen this town.
But hey, if you want to go check out the woods, you know me, I'm always up for going off into the woods
Not at this hour.
any hour.
Cool. I'm going to drink. Kallow, this might be the first time Kallow, like, really wants to drink himself silly.
Listen, Amar can probably pick up and, like, he's my kind of person who's like, at least one of us should remain sober. So he'll probably just be at least a little bit more sober than Kallow, so he can just pick him up and carry him back to the inn.
Yeah. You know, I mentioned before we came into the town that I was nervous, but I didn't realize how nervous I'd be being here.
It's alright, Kallow. I can't imagine how nervous I would be if I were to go back to my city. You know, my mother is a bit of a worrywart, so if she saw these scars and stuff, she'd probably freak out.
They are pretty cool scars. She'd freak out because she'd be like so proud of you, right? She'd be like, wow, Amar, those are such cool scars. Like that kind of freak out?
Sure.
So, can I ask the bartender, as Kallow, what if he's heard any rumors? Because Kallow likes to do this now.
If he's heard any rumors,
By the way, I don't introduce myself as
he does
me.
not introduce himself.
Yeah,
okay,
I don't.
so the barkeep, he is doing the most stereotypical barkeep thing you can do, which is he's rinsing out glasses.
Oh, by the way, I do have
with an old rag.
Sorry, I didn't expect Kallow to ask for rumors, but I have to go now.
Oh, we can end it there. We can end it here. That's fine. We'll get the rumors next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
See ya, book.
Like an extra 10 minutes.
Bye.
Oh, sweet. All right, I didn't realize it was that time already. Cool.
See you next week.
Yep. See you next week. Bye.
Been fun.
Wish me luck on my computer trouble.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes, good luck.
Yes, good luck with that.
Cool.
Gil, did anything happen while Snarl was sleeping?
Well, Snarl was sleeping. Did anything? Well, Snarl has a dream that night, but we can handle that this session or next session.
I mean, it depends on how much interaction it requires from other people.
Not much.
And I guess we could handle it now, just so we don't have to start with it next. Because if it's all just about me, then I'd rather do this now so it doesn't interrupt your session.
Okay then.
Yeah, I like that.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
Alright. I've not drafted good notes for this, but doing my best. So, that night, Snarl sleeps. He sleeps his exhausted self. And that day, that night. Hold on, I'm bad at dream sequences.
Okay, that's fine.
Give me a moment to warm up.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's your first time.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful moment.
Beautiful moment. All right. So you find yourself walking.
No?
You just are walking. You don't remember when you started, but you just are walking.
Where are you walking
Coin plural.
Where are you walking? You are walking through some ruins.
Oh.
These are familiar ruins. They are the ruins of what was once your home.
Oh.
Among the rubble, you see people, your people, half-orcs, huddled together. You see them. What do you do?
Well, do I recognize any of them?
You do not recognize them. But they
Well, I
look
guess-
shaken, as though a tragedy has befallen them. You hear a hissing laughter, and not far away you see kobolds running away from the scene. You know that these kobolds have done something to these half-orcs. What do you do?
I run to check on the half-orcs.
The half-orcs appear alright. They urge you to go after the enemy.
Biscotti, that hit
who
me,
brought
man.
ruin to them.
Thank you, dude.
So I guess I'll. So when I look at the kobolds, are they still in view?
They are still in view. You can catch up with them if you run.
Then I'll give them a knowing nod, wish them well, and I'll give chase.
Give chase. You chase the kobolds through a maze, an old statuary garden, full of odd statues of various wondrous and grotesque forms.
Ooh.
You lose the kobolds, but you find yourself in a clearing with a couple of statues. These statues are special. You feel you should pray to one of these statues, that they will grant you guidance and strength.
What do these statues look like?
One is the statue of a gorgon.
Ooh.
A gorgon with the torso of a man and the head of a bull. It is massive.
Was it kind of like a minotaur?
It is like a minotaur and a centaur combined.
Mm.
And he's made out of a cheese, and they call him Gorgonzola.
I just look over to my Kallow. Get out of here! This is my tree. You'll have your dream sequence later. Get
I'm
out.
sorry, you just you left a cheese at the front of the gate. That's what.
Just take the cheese and get out.
Gorgonzola.
Okay. Anyway, so
Sorry.
Okay. What about the other statues?
So, this first statue, we'll get to the other statues. The first statue makes you feel powerful, merciless, but worthy of your power, worthy of your station. The second
Merciless,
statue,
in a good way or in a bad way?
what do you mean?
Like, as though I want to inflict violence upon the innocent, or
As
upon
though
the guilty?
whatever you
thank you,
choose
Pompey.
to do, you will be a god among men, and deserving of their praise.
Okay.
The other is a knight clad in plate mail. He holds a hammer above his head and looks to the skies. When you stand before this statue, you feel righteous. You feel wondrous, like an avatar of justice. Choose one.
Oh, it's only those two? Okay.
I can't remember what the third one was that I wanted, so...
Well, I thought there were four.
There was 3 originally.
Oh, okay.
I did not script this very well. Hold on.
That's fine.
That's really cool, actually.
if
I think this is really awesome.
This is fun, though. I'm enjoying this. So, there's the knight. Makes me feel righteous. And the other one, which is like a minotaur, makes me feel, what again? Powerful?
Powerful.
Like a god among men. Snarl looks between the both of them and considers it. Doesn't know how much time has passed, considering.
Mm-hmm.
But upon really reflecting, he chooses the plate mail statue and prays over it.
You praise over it. You kneel before the statue. You feel the wisdom and grace of the ancients flow into you. You know where the enemy is. You may seek them out.
Whoa.
Ooh.
You find them. You corner them. What do you do?
Oh, so these are the kobolds.
The kobolds.
Okay, well, I must remember my oath. I took this oath. And no mercy for the wicked. They've laid waste to my town. I cannot allow them to go to do much more. So I'm going to take up my weapon and execute them.
You bring your lance to bear. You run them through. Their blood splashes on you. It is a necessary evil. You wake with a start. You have a god now. His name rings in your mind. As soon as I can remember the name. I'm
Take
working
your
on
time.
it. It is the god of justice.
I see.
Tyr, the god of justice.
Cool.
How do you spell that?
TYR?
Tyr.
Tyr? Okay.
Yes.
God. Tyr. God of Justice. I'm just writing that down so I remember. And I assume we're just going to end the session there.
Yep.
That,
Okay.
That was
That's
awesome.